Here are some of the top mistakes that women make in marriage. Number 1, putting your kids first before your spouse. You married your spouse, so put him first. Doesn't mean you have to neglect your kids at all. Number 2 is not setting boundaries. We need to set boundaries, and we need to learn as women how to say no to things so we have more time and energy for our spouse. Number 3 is trying to change your husband. You married him for who he is, so don't try to change him. Love him for exactly who he is. Number 4, not wanting physical or sexual intimacy. Our men, our husbands need it. They were designed to need it. They love making love to you. Number 5 is not taking care of yourself. We all need to take care of ourselves. We want our husbands to also. Number 6 is focusing on the negative things that he does. Try focusing on only the positive things. Your marriage will be way more happier. The next one is not being direct and clear with your feelings. Most men would love to help you or do things for you, but you just have to tell them exactly what you want. The next one is comparing yourself to others, your marriage, your relationships, your life. The grass is not greener on the other side all the time. So stop comparing and look for the positives in your marriage once again. The last one is involving friends or family in your relationship. There are boundaries in all things. I missed one. Overscheduling. Us women are so good at overscheduling our lives. That is a huge intimacy killer. So say no.
Okay, that's the end of that clip. Which of those marriage and relationship tips stood out to you the most? That question's to you, but people, what's your thoughts? Which one of those marriage tips or relationship tips stood out to you the most? Put your thoughts in the comments below. So that question, I extend that to you.
I'm gonna say there's a few, but let's start with this one. The reason why I'm starting with this one is because a lot of women do this.
Okay.
That is involving friends and family in your relationship.
That's one of my notes. Keep your business private and behind closed doors.
Yes.
Oh yeah, go on.
A lot of women do this. Some men do it also, but majority of women do it.
We know chicks do that.
You involve your family and friends in your business, right? That's supposed to be behind closed doors. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not saying that you can't get advice from people in a situation.
But that means you got to tell your personal story.
Yes, I don't advise that. I'm just saying, I don't know, somehow not say it's you. Okay.
I got a friend and they're
no,
going through this problem.
That's still a no. let me change my. Sometimes you do need to talk to somebody, maybe a counselor, but you shouldn't. Okay. I don't think you should talk to family and friends about proper personal things.
Let me say this, right? So sometimes we bring our relationship out to the public, and then we speak to family and we go, oh, for example, men and women do it. So the dude would be like, oh, my girlfriend has done blah, blah, blah. He tells it to his mom or his sister. Now his mom or his sister got some issues with his chick,
like her no
with his wife, right? So then now they're acting all funny, even though him and his wife have hashed it out.
Yeah.
The mother and sister ain't hashed it out. So again, don't do that.
Yeah.
Because it don't work out for you. It don't work out in your best interest. So I hear you on that.
Yeah. It causes problems. Yeah. And you gave the perfect example. It causes problems with the outside people. Yeah. Like you said.
And it's not sacred. Your relationship no longer is sacred because it's meant to be you two and not you two and the world.
I would say communication and it should help.
Paramount.
Another thing I would say is setting boundaries. Okay. So I would say
don't cheat unless we speak about it. No, this is true though. No.
Start again.
So don't cheat unless we speak about it. So the boundary is this. So I got to use the over the top boundary, right? So then I'm giving an example. So if you're in a relationship and the man's going to step out, it's better the woman says, here's some boundaries. If you're going to step out, make sure there's no outside babies, make sure there's no STDs, and there's no public embarrassment. So those are my boundaries. Don't sleep with more than 2 chicks or whatever. Or some women might say, I don't give brains. So then you can only get brains from this woman if you and your man agree to that, then it's all good. So that's some form of boundaries.
Or
That's the extreme case though.
Or
Yeah.
don't cheat. That's my boundary.
Yeah, but that's my point. But then okay, that may be the case for some.
Yeah.
That's for some.
Majority.
I just gave the extreme case. What did you?
I wasn't even thinking about that, to be honest. No, when I was thinking about setting boundaries, I wasn't thinking about cheating. But I wasn't thinking about cheating. I was thinking more on the lines of women are very social. So we tend to go out a lot and not like, I mean, clubbing all the time and stuff. Some women do that, yes. But I mean, as in you say you meet up with friends and family, whatever, do things and blah, 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 blah. And sometimes that can be an issue in your marriage because you're spending too much time outside and not enough time inside. Okay. So I think there needs to be...
So sharing your friends or equaling your friends to your husband kind of thing.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that. Okay. Your friends and your husband are not on the same level, ladies.
They're not the same.
Your husband's up here, your friends are way down there. That's how it should be.
Pick me.
Okay. Anyway, don't listen to me. It's your life.
Exactly.
Anyway, I was just saying, I think some women spend too much time outside and not at home where your husband is. Okay. So that can, start to divide both of you and can possibly bring problems to your marriage.
Yeah, because your husband would be in competition with your friends, or let's call it the outsiders. Well, let me ask this as well. Why do so many couples compare their relationship to Instagram reels? So, on social media, people always project the perfect relationship, but behind closed doors, that's not the case. But then you have a lot of people that say, oh, I want the Beyonce and Jay-Z relationship. I want the Ciara and Russell Wilson relationship. But you don't know what's happening behind closed doors. You just see the happy days. You don't know when the mountain. You don't know what they had to climb. But then a lot of people say, if I'm not having that, because I remember once upon a time, people said, "Raw, I want that Jada Pinkett and Will Smith love."
Yeah, not anymore, right?
But then entanglements, all the other BS are involved in that. So then, if you're looking from the outside, and then you look in, you're seeing that raw. Like, this is not what I signed up for. But a lot of people compare their relationship to other people on social media. Is not real.
I know
it's not real. It's a simulation. It's a joke thing. It's just people trying to portray their best life, or shall I say, their best lie. That's what I think.
True that. Another thing.
Yeah.
She said, is trying to change your husband. Now, I think a lot of women try to do this. Now, if you're married or not, a lot of women like to change their other half.
Yeah.
So, like the woman said, you met your man like how he is. You met him that way. So why are you trying to change him? That's how you met him.
Because she's testing him.
Okay.
He was just weak and he folded.
That's an option.
He was weak and he folded. That was an ish test.
Okay, not every man folds. I'm just saying, but it doesn't stop the woman from trying.
Yeah.
Some men fold.
And then there's some dudes that don't fold. And because he doesn't fold, the woman's saying, I can't deal with this. I'm going to find a weaker dude. And then go for the weaker dude. And then want to revert back to the old dude because he held frame.
She wasn't for you if that's the case.
Just saying.
If she leaves you for a next man because you because you hold frame, she was never for you anyway. She done you a favor. Okay. Go find yourself a better woman. I'm just saying, a lot of women do try to change their men. Stop trying to change your men. Whatever he did in the beginning that attracted you, why are you trying to change him into something else? You was attracted with how he was when you initially met him. Stop trying to change him. It's not going to work out for you.
Yeah, well, again, like, men have foresight, women have insight. So in their brain, they believe the grass is greener. If I change him, he's going to be the perfect guy that I want. Not realizing you got with that guy in the first place for a reason. That
segues into what one was it again? Sorry, give me a second. Don't focus on negative things he does. It segues into that one because if you met him a certain way and you're trying to change him to more your liking, so the other things that he does that's not your liking, well, that's negative then, isn't it? It's not something that you like. Excuse me. How about you focus on what you do like about him instead of focusing on negative things? Shouldn't do that.
I think a lot of the advice said in that clip will save a lot of relationships if people take on board some of the things said.
Get your notepad and your pen, ladies, and write it down.
But what I'll say is that the so-called pick-me's seem to be winning. The so-called pick-me's are winning. So women are saying, I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to share my stuff to the world. I'm going to do all those. I'm going to go against the grain. I ain't listening to none of this.
You don't have to.
I want to do when I want to do it.
Do what you want to do when you want to do it.
The pick-me's seem to be winning.
The plain Janes.
They seem to have a blueprint that is successful. That's what I think. Do you want to add anything more?
Yes.
Okay. Don't
forget to subscribe and press that notification bell so you'll always know when we post. We post daily, by the way. We post daily, so always look out for one of our videos every single day. And also, we've joined Rumble, so go onto Rumble and make sure you subscribe there too.
Okay, you've heard her. It was a good conversation.
It was.
See you in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.